before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Stanford Cardinal. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, Louisville's head coach told me before the game, they are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation, and now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. JKS taking a shot on the first play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Fresh setter down's going to the air. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Might have a chance. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call. And kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Line getting set on second down. He's changing the play. Wants to go up top on second down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. They get to him as he throws. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lets it fly. Touchdown Cardinals! Makes the grab and the corner. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Takes the field, ready to attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. From the gun. And wings it incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Moves to his right. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense. Because
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Man, what an opening quarter for this offense. They've got it again, first and goal. Tough run here. It's Shepard. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back's got it. Touchdown Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll line up for a second down play. Caught. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires on the move. He's got his man across the middle.
Well, this quarterback is dynamic, and it's because of his speed. You see it in the run game, but also when he decides to extend the play, scramble, and just buy himself time. Defense can't keep up with him as he's able to find that completion for the first.
Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
The ride. Maybe some room here. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It's first and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Quarterback will keep it. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Pushes ahead. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be third down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Cardinal! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Jaron Kiave Songavolotelli makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. They'll go with Brown. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. Fires to the wideout.
This is a running back, man, that just finds a way to get it done. Critical 4th down, everyone thinking they're going to throw the football, but they hand it off to him, and he helps keep this drive alive.
Try the right side with Brown. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner will be knocked down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Making the adjustment on the play. Drops back on 1st down. Out wide right, it's 4th. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Makes the grab.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Quick give. It's Ford. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Changing the routes with his receiver. Wants to throw one first. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing Sangapolatelli. Right side, it's Wilson. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The Cardinals headed quickly to the line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. He's got it on the outside. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Sangapolatelli. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Again, it's Songo Bolatelli. Another incompletion on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Under pressure. Had to get rid of it quickly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Another third down stop for this defense, and they're excited, but you always kind of got to watch.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Snapped on fourth down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Still on his feet at the 25. Still running at the 40. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 17 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Tigers able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Drives inside. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Quarterback signaling to his guys. From the gun. They're all over him. And he avoids the sack.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Second down, gonna throw it. Still looking to his right. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This quarterback, man, is scary fast. I think sometimes he's too fast. I think on a play like that, sometimes when you're on the run, you just want to sort of settle yourself a little bit, get your feet under you so you can make a more accurate throw.
They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Looks it in. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Louisville! And the route is on.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And the extra point is good. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Pick off! What a play by this defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Brown. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this is the definition of complementary football. Your defense takes the ball away, and the offense turns those takeaways into touchdowns. Fantastic run, great vision, but this has been so good. Their defense staying aggressive, getting the takeaways, and the offense capitalizing, David, with big plays.
And I wish I could say there was complementary football on the other side. They've complemented each other, and they both stunk. Like, both sides have been bad. Turning the football over, not scoring, like, dug yourself a huge hole in this football game. They better find something quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Back to pass on second down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll give it to him again. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Ford. Nowhere to go.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, we know the defensive coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hits inside. It's Ford. Turning it on. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to
just plowing ahead. Could be an alley. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Looking for a gap. It's Ford. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Stanford quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Making the adjustment. Quick give. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Motion from the wideout.
Booster! Level! Go!
Needs it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of...
Makes the grab in their space. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Takes the handoff. It's Shepard. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Made the grab in the end zone for 6. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
I got to be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead, and that's what you've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy chuck the rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop you.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll run him again. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Stanford at the line on 1st down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. To the ground. He's got it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion.
Jet. Hey, move. Go.
Backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around. And this defense is...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.